Up people, so we're back with another video. I hope you all have had a good weekend and are staying safe, ready for this new week. Now before I get into this one, just one thing to mention to you all: if you do want to purchase your True Life Talks t-shirt, I'll leave the link in the description below for Shopify and get yours in any size that you do want. Support the brand and wear, the movement. Now this one is been requested, so disclosure, I was not planning to make this one, so I thought I would drop it for them and for you all today before I do bring the next subject. And this one is all about fist fighting inside of prison, so let's get into it. Now in my last video I didn't mention that when it comes to fighting inside of prison, there is no rules whatsoever. So if you're fighting someone, if they've got a weapon and you don't, then that is the way it's gonna go. And if you've got a weapon and they don't, then that's the way it is. So there's no one to oversee the fights to say you can and can't do this. Now you might be able to have someone that might have your back in there, that might make sure that no one else goes into the cell behind you, or when you're fighting someone on the wing, that no one else jumps in. So you might have your back covered a little to that point, if you can trust that person to even do that. So when it comes to fighting in prison, one thing that I did notice is that only the people can fight will fight with their fist, and that's facts. Now I'm not saying the people that fight with their fist all the time, there might not be a time where they don't have to pick up something and use it, as there might be a time where they might have to do that. Now for what I seen, if you can fight, you will use your fist, and that is just straight up. Now when it comes to fighting in prison, it comes down to you reading the body language of that opponent that you're fighting, and this is the truth. Now when you go to fight someone, you can read their body language to the point to say, okay, they're a bit sketchy, to where you don't know when you go into that cell or when you fight them that they're not going to pull out something and hurt you with it. So therefore it's all about you reading your opponent before shit gets cracking, excuse my language, and it comes down to that. Now everyone has blades in prison due to the fact that razor blades, they're on the wing. There's nothing that can be stopped about them. All you got to do is break it open and you've got yourself a blade and something to wrap it around, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that you can use. Now when it came to weapons, inside of certain prisons you will get a lockbox where you could put your personal belongings in, and you'll get like this big fat padlock, and you could take that out, put a shoelace around it. I'm not even going to go into so much like that before it's used against me, but there's so many weapons inside of prison, it's crazy. Now there's even shanks in prison, don't get it twisted. From when I went into the pantry the first time, which is like a little serving meal bit on your wing, if depending what kind of prison you're in, there was enough shanks hidden behind the refrigerator and other places inside, so there's a loads of weapons inside a prison, and it's something that the guards will never be able to stop, or the actual prison, due to the fact that prisoners will always find some form of weapon inside a prison. You get what I'm saying? But when it does come down to fist fighting, only the real ones will fist fight. As me personally, I'd say it's like nowadays you get a lot of people using knives. I see it cowardly. If you can fight that person one-on-one, or you can fight, then use your fist and fight. Do you get what I'm saying? But the times we're living in, everyone wants to be using weapons, and the days, unfortunately, to where I was growing up, and if you actually had a fight with someone, on the estate or whatever, you used to fight them and shake hands with them after, and that was it. But nowadays, you can fight someone, they come back and stab you up, or they'll stab you up in the fight or something, some madness like that. But I do hope you all have enjoyed, as I have got a lot of things to be doing, but I definitely will be dropping more content this week, so do stay locked in for the announcement of the True Life Talks giveaway, as I'll be doing 2 this week. Now stay out of prison, stay off the streets, people, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.